If you're trying to decide on which rear rack to put on your Yamaha TW200, I'm going to give you 4 specific reasons why I think the Tusk rack is a great option for my T-Dub that I have set up for off-road and woods exploration. One of the reasons I like the Tusk rear rack is that for me, on at least a bike that I use off-road, including primarily woods riding, the width is a perfect mix. So, there are racks that fit on the TW that are essentially only as wide as the rear fender. And then there are racks like the CycleRacks, which are substantially wider. So for me, for this bike and how I use this T-Dub, I think the Tusk rack is a great intermediate width. The rack is large enough for me to put a variety of products on there, be it a simple tail bag or a box that I built for a chainsaw, and I'll do a little video on that in a little bit more detail. But there's a happy medium. So when you're going through tight woods, I don't like the idea of having a rack protruding out significantly. So that's one of the things that I think it's big enough for most of the hauling or all of the hauling that I want to do, and most of the hauling that most folks would want to do, yet it's not unwieldy wide as far as bumping into tight trees or that type of thing. So appropriate width is one of the reasons why I like the Tusk rear rack on the T-Dub. Another reason I like the Tusk rack is because of this support. And obviously there are a number of racks on the market that have this same type of support, but it does help with the carrying capacity of the rack. So the small, narrow fender-based racks are essentially just an improved way to strap things down to the subframe that comes on the bike stock, and on top of the fender, the small rubber pad. So if it's just a rack that mounts in the back there, you're not really doing anything to enhance the carrying capacity. You certainly are gaining advantages in terms of how you can strap things down to those types of racks. But with this additional support, it transfers at least some of the increased weight back to the frame on the bike without exclusively relying on the subframe of the motorcycle. Another reason why I like the Tusk rack, perhaps again for woods at least based operation, better than the CycleRack, is because it has a flat metal plate. So it is a lot easier to bolt something to this flat surface than it is to use U-bolts or other types of mounting methods on a tube-based frame like the CycleRacks. So when I wanted to make a small box to mount on here, I made the box, squared it up, went on the underside, traced some of the cutouts in the rack, and drilled the holes in the box for bolts right in the corners of some of those openings, and it's ultra secure. So I didn't have to drill any additional holes in here, and just by using the method that I did and putting my bolt holes in the corner of the existing cutouts, the box doesn't move at all. Had I wanted to, I could have drilled holes specifically for through the rack itself, touching them up with a little paint, and have direct bolting with absolutely no option for anything going anywhere. But I do think the flat surface of the Tusk rack enables you to have easier mounting options for boxes and other components that you want to put on the rack. Another reason I like the Tusk flat mounting surface is because it has cut slots in it, and I use rock straps. So if you're not familiar with those, they're a great method for strapping things down on your bike. They're essentially a cinch strap, but half of one side of it is elastic. So I put those on here through the existing slots in the rack, and I know those straps are not going to slide up and down. So if this was just a tubular rack and perhaps there's several inches of play in between the individual cross members of the rack, a strap may slide up and down. With these slots, when I put a strap there, it stays there. So I see that as another advantage. So I mentioned that I really like the width of the Tusk rear rack for how I use this bike. There are some disadvantages of this rack relative to the CycleRack, as an example, which probably extends out another 3 or 4 inches on each side. So an advantage, again, as you're going through tight woods, you don't have a rack protruding out as far as the CycleRacks would. However, if you drop the bike, the CycleRack is going to offer more protection to your directional, your exhaust, and your plastics, because often the rack is going to be the thing hitting the ground, where with the Tusk rack, it certainly has helped the number of times that I've dropped the bike, but those components are not as protected as they would be with the CycleRack. Another thing, I know Mob Street Matt talks about, a lot of times he's riding double with family members, so the CycleRack has the advantage of good passenger hand grips, which doesn't exist on the Tusk rack. And then obviously it doesn't have as much space. So if you're going on a long trip and you really need to pack some bulky items, the CycleRack is going to have more real estate for you to strap things down to than the Tusk. So this is one of the T-dubs that I bought at auction. You may have seen that video from several weeks ago. Got some upcoming plans I'm excited to reveal coming up for this machine, but I wanted to show a couple of things on this. First of all, you can see the frame of the bike, ends about here, and then there's a small subframe that bolts onto that. So the Tusk rack bolts in toward the end of this removable subframe. So there's pros and cons to that. So one of the advantages of that is the rear of the rack is supported. So there's not very much of the rack cantilevered beyond the support at all. The disadvantage is that you are transferring that load further back on the bike, and you're relying on this smaller subframe to carry the weight, as opposed to, I believe the CycleRack picks up this heavier rack up here, or this heavier frame member. The disadvantage of that is there is more of that rack cantilevered. So if you load that rack, it might have, I don't know, maybe a foot, 8 inches, something like that, beyond the support point. So there is a lot of leverage out there. So pros and cons to either approach. There's a number of great installation videos online already with the Tusk rack, so you can check those out. But one little issue that I ran into, and about the only issue I ran into installing the Tusk rack, and it was a pretty easy solution, is when you put the right-hand side support on, you have to remove the bolt for the exhaust, the mid bolt for the exhaust. So if you noticed on the other bike where I have the rack installed, a couple of things. One, I'm running the Bradley exhaust, which does not have that mid bolt. And secondly, I removed my foot pegs and just use a stack of washers to take up that space. So what happens though, when you remove this bolt, is a lot of times the exhaust will kind of spring out of position. So when you're going to put the rack back on, the hole doesn't line up. So a little pro tip, something that I figured out there that I'll show you right now. But when you remove this bolt, which is the mid bolt on the stock exhaust, a lot of times the exhaust will spring out of location slightly. Typically, I believe it will sag down. So then you're faced with trying to lift that exhaust back into place, which is a bit challenging. Hold the rack in location, get a bolt in the washer and all that kind of stuff. So what I ended up doing is I took a 2x2 and I positioned it where the front of it was right against, not on top of, but right against the grease zerk on the front of the swing arm pivot. And from there, you can put the 2x2 underneath the low point of the exhaust. When you're sitting facing the bike, I was able to put my knee right under this location and just with my leg pressure and my foot, ease that up, bring that hole back into alignment. I had both hands free then to get the Tusk bracket in alignment, put the bolt in the washer on, tighten it down. So let's fire up the Harry B rating system. For the application that I use, this off-road focused woods exploration T-dub, I think the Tusk Rack is an excellent option. I'm going to give it 4.5 hairy Bs. So I really do like this rack for all the reasons I outlined. Now I am going to be building up a different T-dub for more of a 50-50, road versus off-road ratio. So on that bike, I am undecided. I may very well go with the CycleRacks option, just because I suspect I'm going to be doing a bit more bulky packing on that bike than I do on this one. But if you're on the fence about the Tusk Rack, I can tell you that it's a high quality piece. I've not had any tweaks or bends or any paint failures or hardware failures or anything along those lines. So it's been a great piece for me. So again, 4.5 hairy Bs for the Tusk TW200 rear rack. So I hope you found today's video to be informative. This is B-Dub on a T-Dub. As I always say, keep your two tires dirty.